All right, we are with four-time now title. Congratulations, Levi Jones. Levi, where are you at right now? And what you got going on?
Well, we just came off sprint week where we ended up being at the racetrack nine times in 10 days. So we've got a few days before we run the Silver Crown cars at IRP, just here at Tony Stewart Racing Shop.
Yeah, it's a pretty good-looking shop. You think you can give us a little bit of a view? I know you've got your winning car right behind you, and just show us around.
Yeah, we've right here, Brad just working on the car that we won sprint week with. Trailers in the background there. This is my first Skype experience here.
Very exciting.
Jimmy are working on an outlaw car there. A lot of things going on here.
Very cool. Well, we just want to take a second and talk to you a little bit, get an update of how the season and everything's going, and also to hear all about this big week in Sprint Week. So I'm just going to start off. Tell me, what is the significance of the Indiana Sprint Week?
It's just it's so many races in a short amount of time. A lot of race cars. I think there were at least about 40 cars at each event. So you only get points if you make the race. So if you miss one race, you lose all the points. So for us to be able to run in the top 5 every race but one, we finished 8th in one race, accumulated the most points, and we're able to win the championship. It's on the USAC schedule. It's just one of the crown jewels of being able to put your name on that championship.
Where does this week rank in comparison to all the stuff that you guys run on the schedule?
Well, I think our team, we try not to put too much emphasis on one event or a certain thing like that. We want to run well at every race. This year the sprint car schedule has the most races it's had in a very long time, over 40 races. So we're just now right at halfway and want to continue to get better and put together a string of wins here in the upcoming races.
What all goes into preparation for Sprint Week? Is there anything different that you guys have to do?
Well, I think the biggest part of it is mentally being ready to do it. Whatever comes your way, you have to overcome that. Obviously, you have to have your spare parts ready to go. We did hurt an engine a little bit one night, but that was about our only mishap we had the whole week. So everything went pretty smooth. You just don't get much sleep, and it was 100 degrees almost every day, so it was easy to get wore out.
Now, this is the 4th time you've gotten this title. Is it still just as exciting, or are you kind of just like, let's just, another one in the books for me?
No, it is exciting. If it wasn't exciting, I didn't have fun doing it, I wouldn't be doing it. So, it still feels really fun to go and race these sprint cars. That's why we keep doing it.
Okay. Who all, aside, was Tony out there at all? You guys had the boss man. Who all is involved with it?
Yeah, it was. The last night Tony had the weekend off from NASCAR, and he raced his own sprint car out east a few nights, and he surprised us and drove back from Williams Grove, Pennsylvania, all the way to Putnamville for our last night. So that was an added excitement for our team, because he's so busy all year, and being able to get to hang out with him a couple times a year at the track's always nice. Yeah,
it seems like he's had a good bit of involvement in the dirt side this season, running himself a little bit too.
Yeah, he has. He's been running the sprint car a lot, and he made the comment he forgot how exciting it was and how neat these races are. So that's why so many people take their vacations and plan around this Indiana Sprint Week. I mean, the places were packed every night. We hung around after each race, signed a lot of autographs, and people from England, Australia, everywhere. So it was a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool. Now, give me a little bit of a recap of the race week, the kind of the success you had and the failures that you went through to get the title.
Well, right off the bat, the first night, we raced for the lead most of the race. Brian Clausen and John Stambro got us right at the end. So that was kind of a foreshadowing of the week. Brian Clausen, John Stambro, and myself racing with each other all the way through the week. And then probably our worst part of the week was we qualified 28th, I think, at Lawrenceburg. Had to start in the back of the heat race, didn't transfer, had to start, I think, the 7th row of the B, and had to get all the way to 6th to make the race. We were able to do that, started 21st in the race, and drove to 5th. So that was a savior to our week, I think, as far as the points championship goes. And Dave Darland won 2 races, but there were also, I think, 2 first-time winners in the series the rest of the week. So there was a lot of twists and turns and excitement all throughout the week.
Who would you say overall was the toughest competition for you throughout the week? Would you say Brian Clausen?
Well, it was. It seemed like the 21 of Stambro and the 7 of Clausen and 11 of Darland. We were all pretty close to each other all week. I think we might have had some magnets on the cars that kept us close or something.
How do you feel about your chances as being the champion contender this season?
We're really excited about that. I mean, I think we're 6 points behind Stambro in the national championship chase, and unfortunately, the event coming up at Eldora, which is a really cool, 50th anniversary event with a different format, doesn't count as points this weekend, and the event at Oskaloosa doesn't, which are 2 big tracks that we look forward to and usually run pretty well. So those aren't points races, but we're going to go there and try to win the money. 2 big events, and then the points races start back in on our swing through the Midwest shortly after that.
How have you enjoyed being teamed back up with Scott Bennett for the last few races?
It's when you race sprint week, you try to get all the knowledge you can, and with Scott and I running the sprint car, and him and I raced together before, it was just an added bonus to go along with Brad and John and myself of doing what we usually do, and just added some more knowledge to the team, and Carly Lawrence was able to go with us all week and help. And it's, as I said before, when it's a week long, it's 100 degrees, and you race every day. Every person doing a part sure helps out.
And how about the 3-wide midget? Had a little bit of success in that so far this year.
We have. We planned to run the whole schedule, but we ran into a few engine problems, which in midget racing that can happen very easily. So it's not like just our team had trouble with that, but we're trying to do it the smartest way we can with the midget program. We want to race during midget week and look forward to winning a few more here as we get our engine stuff back.
And now, how about things on the IndyCar front? Any buzz going on for you with that still?
Well, it's I would definitely like to do it. I talked to Tony a little bit about IndyCar stuff and NASCAR stuff, and the number one thing is finding funding to do it. In the old days, you had to be 30 years old and have experience in championships, and someone hired you. And then they went through a big spell where you had to be 16 years old, and they would hire you and find the money to put you in a car. And now it's kind of back the other way. So we'll just keep winning races and doing what we do. I try not to tear up much equipment. I think we tore up a couple Nerf bars during sprint week. So that's something that I think that I can bring to team owners, is the experience of taking care of equipment and winning championships.
Well, cool. Well, on top of having the busiest USAC season probably in years, how's fatherhood treating you?
It's great. I mean, that's better than any sprint week trophy you can get, or a rocking chair to win at the end. It was fun because the 2 little boys were able to go with us all week, and we survived that. The motorhome made it all week, and we didn't have any issues, so that was an added bonus.
Well, cool. Well, I don't want to take up any of your time off. I know that you guys are finally back and want to take some time to relax, so we appreciate you hanging out and doing an interview, and good luck, and hopefully we'll see a championship for you here soon.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Levi.